So the black race are not aboriginal in Africa. I was in a live right now. People are talking about who is the real African. The name Africa has been put. The name this continent has been called Africa after the reset. After the black race invade Africa. The aboriginal people of Africa is the nomadic people, the nomadic tribes. Just like the ancient Egyptian was nomadic. Nomad means somebody that are headless men. All the ancient artifacts in the so-called Africa talk about the nomadic peoples. The black race came lately in the 19th century. At the end of the 18th century and the beginning of the 19th century, they came. They are the ones that fight to make the so-called colonization. In the army that colonized Africa, more than 90% of the soldier was blacks. Then after they win, they make up these tribes, these names like Bantu, Mandeng, this and this. This identity, these names has no background at all. When you say Bantu, this name has been set up by Emmanuel Blake in 1859. The name Mande has been set up in 1854. The name Igbo around the 1860. The name Bamileke and so and so. So the voodoo, the religion of the black people, the voodoo are not aboriginal in Africa, are not original from Africa. This came from the Greek Empire. The Greek Empire that is the Ottoman Empire. That's the same. They changed they work on the time to make us confused. Talking about the ancient Egypt, the ancient Roman Empire, who was in the same period. In fact, the religion of the ancient Egypt, that is the one that give Islam and the true Christianity, the Orthodox Christians. You cannot find a voodoo temple in ancient Egypt. There are no such thing. But the voodoo practices, all of them was used in Greece, in ancient Greece. And the ancient Greek people was blacks. And when I say black, we Fulanis, we are not black. Because a human being must not identify himself by color. And the term race is not defined by color. The term race, when you check the definition of the term race, is not about color. It's about spirituality, behaving, the way you behave and your beliefs. This is the belief and the belief that define a race. So Africa, the so-called Africa right now, the aboriginal people of Africa is the nomadic tribes, like the Tutsis, like the Banyamulenge, like the San, like the Fulani, like the Tuareg, like the Tubu, and so, the Nilotic people. They are the aboriginal people on Africa, and we are the original people. In fact, these peoples, you see in the voodoo, for example, they torture all these animals. They torture all of them. They eat them, then they torture them. But these animals, all of them was sacred in ancient Egypt. So that shows they are not from Egypt, just like they wanna say it now. Yeah, they say that the Bantus was in ancient Egypt, the Mandengo, the Hausas. That's not true. The Hausas, for example, in their own traditional story, they say they came from Baghdad. The Yorubas came from the Middle East, and the Bantus, their language, the Kikongo, some things like Lingala and other, is from the Latin language. That means there was in Greece, in the Middle East, somewhere there. The Ashantis, they come from the ancient Greece. So these people invade Africa, and these features are not originals. These the devil's features, the crafting features. The original features are like this. people that have people that are healthy in the blood. We can produce them, they cannot produce us. And in us we have all kind of color. We have light skins, dark skins, and we have the nice features, the beautiful features. But these kind of features are clone features, because they made people and then to repopulate Africa, just like they made the repopulation of Europe, in Asia, in America. The so-called Indians right now, Native Americans, the so-called Native American in America, they has been put there. So they replace the Aboriginal people. This is what they had done in Africa. They try to replace the Aboriginal people of Africa with clones and migrants. Because these, all of them, the Yorubas, they say they come from Saudi Arabia. The Aways, they came from Minor Asia, so Turkey. The Ashantis, they came from Greece. The Bantus, the language is Latin language. Is almost the same with Latin language. So they was there, and so. So the Pygmies, they came from Oceania, near Australia. They was there. They are not, because some people think that the Pygmies are the most ancient people in Africa. That's not true. All the Pygmies don't even reach 1 million people. So if you check the statistic, then you reverse it, you will see that 300 years there was very few people, and they don't even know the land where they are living right now in Africa. We have five groups of Pygmies that was not knowing where that they have, and they don't know each other. Although they was living in the same region, nobody knows the other one. That means they didn't live in that area for a long time. So Africa has been repopulated after the mud flood or the reset. People moves in Africa. That's why you have all this diversity in Africa. And the people that came from the Caucasus, in the Iran area and the Caucasus, Azerbaijan, Romania, and so, you can find voodoo there, the voodoo practices there. Then these people, when they came in Africa, they spread themselves near the coast. They are the one that was moving people to have place where they can sit. So the people that had moved to America was very few, in fact, but there was essentially the nomadic people, and most of them was Fulanis. That's why when you check the ancient maps, they say the Negro land, in the ancient maps where they put Negro land, it is the Fulani's land, in fact. All the Fulani kingdom and empire was in that area. So we are the one that they had called Negro in Africa. Negro means somebody that are spiritually dead. So they came. We had some people that was living in the coast. When the blacks came, because in their culture, you see this kind of body. They are not the people that walk. They have the Greek mentality, the pyramid. So they don't walk. They have people that work for them. That's why they are so heavy. They are like this. You see, that's why they are so heavy. You see, this kind of body. This is the body of people that are not used to walk, and they have too much illness. They cannot even digest some meals. They cannot digest milk, for example, cow milk. So the Aboriginal people of Africa is like this, just like in ancient Egypt. The Oromos, the Tutsi, the Fulanis, the Tuareg, the nomadic people, they are the one that was in Africa before.